Adeleke charges Osun people to oppose stronger democracy. Nelfon restricts loan for students. 21 countries call for settlement projects in West Bank. Good evening. The major report. I am Abdul at OSBC. Osun Senator Adeleke said the centrality of people's participation in democratic governance depends on collective action and voter involvement. The governor stated these are the People's Democratic Party (PDP) secretariats in Osogbo, where thousands of party faithful trooped out for a grand homecoming rally after a short vacation abroad in his honor. Governor's office correspondent who captured the solidarity welcome, Oluwatobiloba Odunuga, asked the details.
Crowd, Osun State Governor Senator Adeleke highlighted the centrality of people's participation in democratic governance, stressing that the future of Osun State depends on collective action and voter involvement. The governor also recounted his administration's achievements in less than 2 years, ranging from infrastructural renewal to workers' welfare, agricultural transformation and education reforms. He warned against a return to what he described as the dark days of maladministration, urging the people to safeguard their democratic gains through active participation in the forthcoming elections.
The good people of Osun State, at home and abroad, I am back to continue the good work after a short vacation. From pity to confidence, from poverty to prosperity, from hopelessness to hope. We have a promising today and prosperous future. We have put smiles on the faces of pensioners. We have provided water in remote areas. We have mechanized state agriculture. We have connected villages to town. We have built fresh roads and bridges. In place of darkness, we brought lights in major corners.
Governor Adeleke reiterated that Osun State has witnessed a remarkable turnaround since his assumption of office, noting that pensioners now smile again as workers have regained trust in government and communities long neglected have begun to enjoy basic amenities such as roads, water, electricity and health facilities. He emphasized government's effort in empowering youth, artisans and small businesses, stressing that tax reforms, agricultural mechanization and mining sector recovery have repositioned the state on the path of economic sustainability. In a charged atmosphere, Governor Adeleke urged particularly to remain vigilant and committed, saying people of Osun West, Osun East and Osun Central must rise for good governance in Osun State.
Talk to your neighbors, families and friends. Show them our good work across sector. Osun shall never go back to the past. Your voters' registration, mobilize our people. Get registered and get your voters card.
Speaking at the rally, Osun PDP Chairman Honorable Sunday BC commended the governor for his visionary leadership and urged party members to intensify grassroots mobilization ahead of future elections. Similarly, Senator Lere Oyewumi, representing Osun West Central District and former Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Asun Yusuf, hailed the governor's inclusive governance style, just as they described the governor as a unifying leader who has given Osun a new direction, urging citizens to embrace the ongoing voter registration exercise as a weapon to consolidate democracy and safeguard the state from retrogression. It has been Oluwatobiloba Odunuga reporting.
In a similar development, Governor Adeleke has renewed his call on the federal government to release statutory allocations due to local governments in the state, urging the authorities in Abuja to heed the advice of the Nigerian Bar Association and other stakeholders who have declared the continued seizure of the funds unconstitutional, reacting to intervention by the NBA, the Council of Obas in Osun State, and other civic groups. Governor Adeleke praised their courage in standing up for truth and the rule of law. He welcomed the NBA's clarification that his administration is not responsible for the removal of all progressive Congress Council chairmen in 2022, noting that it was a court of law that ordered their sack. The governor also stressed that the fresh election held on February 22, 2025 were conducted strictly in line with judicial pronouncement and produced 30 People's Democratic Party Council chairmen and their councillors who have since been recognized by the Court of Appeal. The governor thanked traditional rulers, legal luminaries, including Chief Mike Okeomi San and Jibrin Okuta San, and what he described as lovers of justice and democracy for supporting the state in the dispute. The NBA had, in a strongly worded letter to the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice Lateef Fagbemi-San, demanded the immediate release of Osun local government funds, describing their continued withholding as unconstitutional, unlawful, and a dangerous affront of the rule of law. Journalism has been described as the delicate and noble profession owing to the profession intricacies. The chairman of the Osun State Independent Electoral Commission, Mr. Hazim Abioye, made this known at the 47th edition of Frontliners, an issue-based program of veteran journalists Osun State Chapter, during the interactive program at the State Secretariat of Nigeria, Union of Journalists, Osogbo. Akinyele has the details.
Frontliners, the issue-based program of the League of Veteran Journalists Osun State Chapter, hosted the chairman of Osun State Independent Electoral Commission (OSEC), Mr. Hazim Abioye, who reiterated that the appeal court has invalidated the yes and no chairman and therefore have no running tenure in the local government. Speaking at the interactive program, Mr. Abioye said that the chairman and councillors elected during the February local government poll in the state remain the legitimate authority at the state local government, as their tenure commenced after their swearing-in ceremony on the 23rd February 2025, which will end on the 28th February 2028. Mr. Abioye said that the commission gave 360 days notice ahead of the election as enshrined in the Electoral Act, while all other electoral processes were carried out transparently with all sense of responsibility. He lauded Osun State Governor Senator Adeleke for his ability not to intervene in the local government process, as OSEC for the first time embarked on verification during the process. Mr. Abioye reiterated that he is not a carrying member of any political party, having resigned his membership of People's Democratic Party (PDP) long time before his nomination as the chairman of the commission.
It's all about who the legitimate baby of the commission is, and we as the father knows our baby. We know that we conducted an election on 22nd February 2025. The election ran full length of notice, that is 360 days, and the court has validated that. So the question as to who is to occupy who is to be at the local government council office in terms of political head has been clearly settled, particularly with respect to the decision of the Court of Appeal of 13 June 2025. We have, if there is any issue as to paternity of a child, you resort to DNA. The court has conducted a DNA, and the result of the DNA was the decision of the Court of Appeal of 13 June 2025 that validated the election that we conducted and declared that the purported election conducted by OSEC in 2022 had been invalidated, and the purported elected officials then had been sacked from office. So the long and short of it is that the product of the 22nd February 2025 local government election conducted by OSEC are the legitimate officials at the local council offices as we have it today.
The chairman of the occasion, who is also the chairman of Osun State Health Insurance Agency, Dr. Muyiwa Oladimeji, described journalism as a delicate and noble profession, emphasizing that journalists are undertreated considering the intricacies of the profession. In his goodwill message, the chairman, Nigerian Union of Journalists, Comrade Wasiu Ajadosu, said that the union will soon make its position known on the local government crisis in the state soon, while lauding the Nigerian Bar Association and the Osun State traditional rulers for wading in into the issue. Highlights of the 47th edition of the Frontliner, moderated by Sonia Fadipe, were question and answers from media professionals and the veteran journalists on germane issue, including socio-political development in Osun State. It has been Akinwumi Akinle reporting for OSBC.
The Osun State economy has recorded impressive outlook in consecutive years, driven by shrewd financial management of Governor Ademola Adeleke. The State Auditor General, Mr. Kolapo Maruf, gave the insight at the 2024 audited report presentation at the State Government Secretariat. Saya Onaride has more of the story. Will be brought to you on the sonar. Likewise, the Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission has formally begun the process of reviewing the remuneration packages of political and public office holders across Nigeria. This move could lead to significant changes in their earnings after nearly 2 decades without adjustment. Ahead of a formal announcement, the Commission is hosting a strategic retreat in Kano to harmonize various reports before finalizing and releasing the updated salary structure. The exercise follows the review of judicial officers' salary last year, which was approved by President Bola Tinubu. Declaring the retreat open, the chairman of the Commission Remuneration and Monetization Committee, Honorable Mohammed Usman, who represented Gombe State on the commission, said the assignment was central to ensuring stability and strengthening governance in the country. Honorable Usman explained that the committee has been mandated to consolidate earlier reports with fresh submission into a single comprehensive framework that will guide implementation. Okay, now the report is now ready. The Osun State economy has recorded impressive outlook in the consecutive years, driven by strict financial management of Governor Ademola Adeleke. Saya Onaride has more on the story.
Professional bodies, leadership of the organized labor, representative of civil society organizations, and persons living with disability, non-governmental organizations, media professionals, staff and management of the Office of the Auditor General converged at the State Government Secretariat for the Annual Audit Forum. Assessing the 2024 audit report, the Chairman House Committee on Public Accounts in the State House of Assembly, Honorable Bamidele Lawal, supported by members of the committee, said the House is quite impressive about the annual audit presentation, serving as a feedback on the economy of the state, demonstrating that there is no hidden agenda on the part of the legislative and executive arms of government. Honorable Lawal lauded Governor Ademola Adeleke and the Speaker of the State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Adewale Egbedun, for their passionate commitment towards ensuring transparency and accountability in governance. In his remark, Osun State Head of Service, Mr. Ayanleye Aina, represented by Mr. Najim Akintola, commended Governor Ademola Adeleke for his relentless commitment towards upholding good character over public accounts with justice, fairness and excellence, building public trust, moving public finance to the next level for the benefit of the state. In their goodwill messages, representatives of professional bodies, labor unions, civil society organizations lauded Governor Ademola Adeleke for ensuring transparency and accountability as demonstrated in the 2024 audit report. Presenting the 2024 audit report, the Osun State Auditor General, Mr. Kolapo Maruf, disclosed that through collaborative efforts with the state ministries, departments, and agencies, Osun State 2024 audit account recorded impressive outlook with 306 billion 803,315,044,000 naira 74 kobo as total revenue generated, while the total expenditure is put at 273,523,996,000 naira 53 kobo. Mr. Maruf said the state has repaid all the outstanding loans, salary bailout fund under the leadership of Governor Ademola Adeleke through meticulous monetary policy and tactical spending. Also on ground to lend hand of solidarity were permanent secretaries in the state ministries, departments, and agencies, among who were the Director General Permanent Secretary of Osun State Broadcasting Corporation, OSBC, Mrs. Jolade Igbarola. Saya Ononide, report for OSBC News.
The Revenue Mobilization Allocation and Fiscal Commission has formally begun the process of reviewing the remuneration packages of political and public office holders across Nigeria. This move could lead to significant changes in their earnings after nearly 2 decades without adjustment. Ahead of a formal announcement, the Commission is hosting a strategic retreat in Kano to harmonize various reports before finalizing and releasing the updated salary structure. The exercise follows the review of judicial officers' salaries last year, which was approved by President Bola Tinubu. Declaring the retreat open, the chairman of the Commission Remuneration and Monetization Committee, Honorable Ahmed Usman, who represented Gombe State on the stability and strengthening governance in the country. The Nigerian Education Loan Fund has noted that upkeep loan disbursement is now strictly tied to the academic session of each institution. NELFON made this known in the statement signed by its Director of Corporate Communication, Oseyemi Oluwatuyi. According to the statement, in line with the directive, students shall only be entitled to upkeep loans for their current academic session upon the conclusion of an institution's academic year. Upkeep payment for that session shall automatically cease. Oluwatoye further stated that interested loan applicants are required to apply for the loan at the beginning of every academic session to be eligible for both institutional charges and upkeep for that particular session. The federal government has disclosed that 15% of Nigerian girls aged 15 to 19 are already mothers or pregnant, raising concern about adolescent reproductive health and gender inequality in the country. Minister of Women Affairs and Social Development, Iman Ibrahim, made this known during the validation and adoption of Nigeria's first national policy on menstrual health and hygiene management. Represented by the ministry's permanent secretary, Mariam Kashiru, the minister also revealed that more than 7.3 million adolescent girls and women suffer from undernutrition, with 55% affected by anemia, condition she partly linked to poor menstrual hygiene and limited access to affordable sanitary products. Describing the new policy as a milestone, Suleiman Ibrahim stressed that menstruation is a normal biological process that should never be a source of shame, stigma, or economic hardship. The Independent National Electoral Commission has presented certificate of return to senators-elect and members-elect of the House of Representatives who emerged victorious in the by-elections held recently. The certificates were handed over at the INEC headquarters in Abuja by different national commissioners. Among the recipients were Emmanuel Nwachukwu of the All Progressive Grand Alliance, elected senator for Anambra South, and Joseph Ikpea of the All Progressive Congress, who won the Edo Central Senatorial District. Also presented with certificates were 5 newly elected members of the House of Representatives. They include Barrister Omosede Igbinedion of the APC, who won in the Ofi North East and Ofi South in West Federal Constituency of Edo State. Mukhtar Rabiu Garki of the APC representing Barua Garki Federal Constituency of Jigawa State. Fola Oyekunle of the People's Democratic Party PDP representing Ibadan North Federal Constituency of Oyo State, among others. You are welcome to our sports segment. The Sport Arena. Winners of the recently concluded Skate-a-thon Nigeria have received a total of 8.6 million naira in cash prizes from the event organizers. The competition held in Calabar, Cross River State, has been described as the biggest skate festival in Africa, featuring top-tier competitions, including the 42-kilometer skating marathon male, the 21-kilometer skating race female, and inline hockey. The convener of Skate-a-thon Nigeria, Daniel Damola, confirmed that all prize money had been transferred to winners across the various categories following the successful conclusion of the event's second edition. Speaking after the competition, Damola expressed gratitude to the participants and the people of Cross River State for their support, acknowledging that whilst there were challenges, the event proved to be a major success. He affirmed his commitment to making the 2026 edition even bigger, better and stronger. From the foreign scene, Britain and France were among 21 countries to sign a joint statement calling Israel's approval of a major settlement project in the West Bank unacceptable and a violation of international law. Israel approved the plan for the roughly 12 square kilometer parcel of land known as E1, just east of Jerusalem. Belgium, Denmark, Estonia, Finland, Ireland, Japan, Latvia, Lithuania, the Netherlands, among others. The statement noted that Israel's far-right finance minister, Bezalel Smotrich, said the plan will make a two-state solution impossible by dividing any Palestinian state and restricting Palestinian access to Jerusalem. And that ends the major report on OSBC television. It was edited by Miriam Ahmed. I am Abdul Jalil at DBC. Good night.